Welcome to the Lifting for Women Made Simple podcast. This show is dedicated to helping you achieve your health and fitness goals through lifting and sustainable solutions. So, whether you're tuning in for the first time or you're a loyal listener, get ready to learn, grow, and lift with us. Let's get into the topic for today. So, when the holidays come around and the weather gets nice, we have more celebrations, more social gatherings, more time spent outside, whether it's eating outside, going to cookouts, going to different events. And it's easy to feel discouraged about your health and fitness goals if you're somebody who attends a lot of these things. So you may feel like you completely ruin your fitness goals or ruin your progress this weekend, especially since the weather was nice and there was tons of cookouts going on. A lot of good food, good drinks, good vibes, spending time with family, friends. And now that the weekend is winding down, you're probably feeling like shit. You're probably feeling discouraged. You're probably getting in your head about ruining all your progress or setting yourself back. And if you are feeling like this, you're not alone. It's definitely common to feel discouraged and defeated as you are getting back into normalcy, as the weekend is winding down and you're getting back to your day-to-day life. But although that's normal, it is possible to have a balance between being healthy, being fit, and still enjoying these things. Not only is it possible, it's also very necessary. I don't think we should live in this dichotomy that people try to create of having to be very boring and be very, very restrictive on one end of the spectrum in order to be thought of as fit or in shape. And then you have the other side of the spectrum where people are just like, YOLO, I'm gonna eat like shit. I'm gonna do unhealthy things consistently because I only have one life to live. I don't think it needs to be that dichotomy. You can actually have this balance, and it's also necessary if you want to see long-term results, because if you think about life, there will always be holidays, there's always going to be long weekends, there's always going to be gatherings, celebrations, social events, birthday parties, not just in the summer when the weather is nice, just all the time. Like, that's something that's never going to end. So in order to lose weight, lose fat, and actually sustain your progress, you're gonna have to find this balance. You have to learn how to manage these social gatherings, manage going out without letting it completely throw you off track. And if you don't find this balance, you're gonna always feel like shit when the weekend comes to an end or your vacation comes to an end and you were indulging in all these unhealthy behaviors. You're gonna restrict yourself of the things that actually make you happy. You're going to feel like you can't go to certain events, certain gatherings, can't spend time with certain friends, and you'll start living a very reclusive life. You start shutting yourself out of friend groups and things like that, which our social life is a big part of your identity. It's a big part of everybody's life. So when you start to restrict that, you start to enjoy life less. And then the last thing, you will only be able to get short-term results because you'll have in your head that you have to always say no to certain things in order to make progress. So very few people can live their life like that. And majority of the people who do that, they say no to a lot of things and they try to be very restrictive and cut out everything. They end up doing that for a short period of time and seeing some results, but end up going backwards because that's not something that is sustainable. And that's not a way to live. That's not a way I would want any of my clients to live, any of my family to live, any of my friends to live. And there's no point in being in great shape if you don't know how to enjoy your life. So we shouldn't really beat ourselves up about a weekend or a holiday, because the habits that you have on a daily basis is what holds you over. So you know how they say you're the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with? The same thing goes for health and fitness. You're literally the average of the 5 habits you repeat the most. So if you have the habits of eating healthy majority of the time, that 80-20 rule, eating whole foods, nutritious foods, veggies, If you have the habit of strength training consistently, if you have the habit of getting your steps in, if you have the habit of drinking water, if you have the habit of taking care of your mental health and focusing on habits outside of the gym, focusing on your recovery strategies, the weekends and the long holidays, vacations are not going to completely derail you, because on average, you're doing what needs to be done in order to get to your goal. So if you're somebody who is feeling like crap after this long Memorial weekend, and you probably feel like you ate too much of a certain food, you drank too much, it's totally fine. Unless you're doing that on a everyday basis, I'm 1,000% sure you didn't set yourself back. Now, if you're looking to compete in a bodybuilding competition and you're trying to get your body fat very low, you may need to be a lot more restrictive, but majority of people are not training for that. They're training to feel good, look good, and have a high quality of life. So I can promise you didn't completely lose your progress. You just have to get back on track, get back on the wagon tomorrow, and make sure that the habits that you are doing on a day-to-day are able to hold you over for times like this. Because like I said, being able to attend these social events and be able to spend time with family and do things that you enjoy, you're gonna have to have this balance. So just keeping that in mind, remembering that habits are the most important thing. What you do on the weekend or on one day is not going to completely throw you off unless you turn that into a habit as well. So if you are someone who is struggling with this and you want to get in shape, want to lose fat and actually sustain it while still being able to enjoy your life, message me for details on how to get started. And then if you're not ready to work one-on-one, I'll point you in the right direction. There's tons of free resources and things that I can send your way to help you get started. So I hope you guys had a good weekend, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace. Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Lifting for Women Made Simple podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating and review, and I'll catch you in the next episode.